hear? No, you can't. You can hear? Okay. Is that better? Okay. All right. So it's a beautiful evening, and I would like to welcome everyone to our regularly scheduled council meeting today, being held Wednesday, April the 12th, 2023. And for the first time, we are meeting in the Lions Community Center in Thorndale. Before calling the meeting to order, I'd like to extend council's thanks to all the various staff members of Thames Center and the Middlesex County IT department for all the hard work they went to make this thing happen. I know it's not always the easiest task, but we're grateful for their assistance, and perhaps we can do it sometime again in the future. So, the time being 5:02, I would like to call this meeting to order. No additions to the agenda, so I'll ask council for disclosure of any pecuniary interest. Seeing none? No announcements, I believe. Yes, we actually, because it's slightly different format here tonight, we can go around the table and introduce everybody. We'll start with Councillor Heeman from Ward 1.
I am Councillor Heeman from Ward 1.
I'm Michelle Smybert. I'm the deputy mayor. I know I couldn't turn it on though. They turn it.
You're on the screen.
Both boards, yeah.
I'm technically challenged, apparently. It's all the way there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's on.
Is it on?
You should be good. It's on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm Michelle Smybert. I'm the deputy mayor. Is that too loud now?
Hi, I'm Sarah Henshaw. I'm the deputy clerk.
Sharon McMillan, Mayor.
Michelle Casafecchi Summers, CEO interim.
Danielle Lockie, Counselor Ward 2.
And Chantel Crockett, Ward 3.
I'm Mark Bancroft, the Director of Planning and Development Services.
Thanks. Jared Craven, Director of Public Works.
Steve McDonald, Director of Community Services and Facilities, and I know Councillor Tom Heeman, Ward 1.
All right, I believe at this time we have a presentation. The Middlesex County Public Works Association regarding the AOR's Municipal Trade Show.
It's on. Okay.
Go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I am excited to be joined here with Jared to talk about our Association of Ontario Road Supervisors trade show. We're excited to announce that this year in 2023, the trade show will be hosted by the Middlesex County Public Works Association. It will be held June 7th and 8th at the Gemini Sportsplex in Strathroy. And we're excited to say we've had over 200 vendors booked, both indoor and outdoor at the Sportsplex. Next slide. Yeah. So AORS is, for those that are not familiar, I know you received correspondence from me over the last couple of weeks in regards to what we are, but for those in the audience and at home, we're the Association of Ontario Road Supervisors. We're a not-for-profit member-based association with over 2,400 active members, mostly made up by municipal public works members, including those here in Thames Center. We have 32 local associations throughout Ontario, and we have a reputation for providing extensive training and education opportunities. And our training goes everywhere from chainsaw operation to running a snow plow to all the way to our public works development leadership program. We're the administrator of the Certified Road Supervisor Program, which is a provincially recognized certification for municipal public works staff. Other services that we do include publications that we put out, including our Spotlight, which is our municipal buyer's guide, our regular newsletter, our training book. We have lots of networking opportunities for your public works staff, as well as we do advocacy for our municipalities. And I know later on your agenda, you have our motion in regards to Enbridge and their proposal to charge for locates. So we appreciate your support in that. So back to our trade show. It's held annually over 2 days in June. It travels throughout the province. Our last show was in Barrie, this year in Strathroy, and next year we're in Cornwall. So we kind of go to every different point of the province. So it's exciting to have it right here in your backyard. We connect municipal members, elected officials with municipal suppliers, and we're looking forward to having attendance of over 2,000 people at our show over the 2 days.
I guess I'm Jared Hoagland. I'm the General Superintendent for Middlesex County Roads. I'm also the chairman for the trade show. Actually, this trade show was actually supposed to be the 2020 trade show, but due to COVID, it got delayed and everything else got pushed back. So we were on full steam and then we had to put the brakes on and now we're back going again. So yeah.
Right.
So I guess the biggest thing why we put our big presentation out that we were one of the 32 associations in AORs. We did a big presentation. We got chosen for this back in 2019. I guess why Middlesex? It's centrally located with the 401, the 402. We have easy access from all points of the province. It's urban and rural populations, like from everything from Thorndale up to London, down to like the small municipality of like say Newbury, where everything's connected, and we're just trying to get everyone together. It's close proximity to a wide variety of cultural and entertainment options. Obviously back from the rural right to the urban areas. So yeah. So biggest local benefits is it's provincial exposure. Provincial exposure for Middlesex County, provincial exposure to all the municipalities, including Thames Center. It's a countywide business arrangement. We've been reaching out to businesses all over Middlesex, not just in Strathroy, but all over all points of the area. Proceeds, all of our proceeds go to local charities in the area. So we try to give back to the people that would that need it the most. So this obviously again like nonprofit. So dollars spent in our restaurants, accommodations, and local businesses. This brings in people from all walks of the province to come in. Suppliers, they need places to stay, need places to eat. All the local people that support it with AORs, they'll come from all over to come down and see. It's a big local group, tight-knit people with all the networking involved. Our organizational team is people like Kelly that's on the AORs there, but there's a good core group of people there with her. Middlesex County, we have some of your local staff helping us out right now. We have City London, we have some great suppliers that have been, I guess they do all this, the trade shows. They know what works and what doesn't, so it makes it well for us. The biggest thing is just working together to promote the association, the county, and public works in general. So the next steps is we've been going through all the local municipalities, going through the councils and just promoting. We just want your kind support. We just want you to promote anywhere you can. If you can put it on your website, just, great, about trade show coming up. We just in that and encourage your staff to help out and then encourage your staff to attend. This is great for public works. I guess your water departments, your sewer departments, your rec departments. I guess it's free to attend. Anyone can attend. We encourage even municipal elected officials to attend if they could. That'd be great. We have a range of everything from farmers coming because the big machinery, they want to see what's all about. So to construction companies, to everyone that's involved. It's there's, I guess you could say there's everything from the snowplow to the computer program that bills maybe the bill payables out. So it's everything's from top to bottom is there. So biggest things we just build on the previous shows. The show started off small and every year just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it just, which we assume it gets better and better and better. So yeah, so we just want your kind support and just have everyone just promote and please attend. So
Great.
oh, thank you.
Great presentation. Thanks very much. Council, any comments, questions, anything? No? Tom?
Thank you for coming out.
And yeah, I think that's excellent to have an activity like this in Middlesex. And I think professional trade associations are very important for the professionalization of our workforce, and I think it's much needed for our own staff, and I think they make good use of it. So thank you for your service and for putting on a great event locally.
I just wanted to say, well, last year when we were at Barrie, there was this little guy. He was just with his mom, just running around. He was just like, look at the truck, and he was running around. He was so excited. They gave him a little name badge, and he was running around. He was just, again, it's free to attend, so we encourage people to get advance registration if you can. But if you can't, we understand. But yeah, it's free to attend, and it's a good time. It's just gets people out there, and we're promoting even to get people, because we know we have some hard time getting staff to come into public works. So we're doing a promotion of why get into public works, just to show people it's a good career to get into, and it's, there's lots of potential for advancement. So
Well, that's great. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So at this time, I'd like to ask council for a motion. We have a motion to accept the or this report be received for information. Mover, Deputy Mayor Smybert, second by Councillor Crockett. All in favor? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Next item, the consent agenda. Items listed under the consent agenda are considered routine and may require discussion, but no action on the part of council. Consent items are received for information in one motion. Council members may request that one or more item be removed for further action. So the recommended motion in front of us is that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held on March 27th, 2023, and special meeting held on March 29th, 2023, be approved as circulated. May I have a motion, someone to move the motion? Councillor Crockett, seconder. I'm sorry, Councillor Lucky, looking at the wrong badge, and seconded by Councillor Crockett. All in favor? Thank you very much. Motion's carried. The next item is a motion that the consent agenda items 6.3 to 6.14 be received as information. And this is, by the way, on your agenda for anybody who's going through that. So someone to move the motion, please. Deputy Mayor Smybert, seconder. Councillor Lockie, all in favor? All right, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to reports of departments. The first one is CAO 004-23, County of Middlesex Mutual Aid Plan Update.
Thank you, Your Worship. Through you, can everyone hear me? Nope. Is that better? I'll try to speak up a little bit. Through you, Your Worship, I have one report for council's consideration this evening. It's with respect to an update regarding the County of Middlesex Mutual Aid Plan. The purpose of the report is to provide an update and also to request authorization to continue to allow the Thames Center Fire Department to participate in the mutual aid program. So the information that's outlined in the report provides some background, and as council is aware, the mutual aid program in Middlesex County has been in place for many years. The Thames Center Fire Department, both Dorchester and Thorndale stations, have been active participants, and there was a new mutual aid plan that was established in 2022. And as a result, there's a need to update the appendices and pass a new bylaw to authorize Thames Center Fire Department's continued participation. And with that, Your Worship, there is a recommendation from staff to authorize that continued participation.
All right. Okay. Are there any questions or comments before we move to the motion? Okay, nothing. All right. The motion before us is that report CAO-004-23 entitled County of Middlesex Mutual Aid Plan Update be received for information. and that the council authorize the continued participation of the Thames Center Fire Department in the County of Middlesex Mutual Aid Plan. Someone to move the motion? Deputy Mayor Smybert, seconded by Councillor Heeman. All in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to the next one, PDS 018-23, proposed processing fee for future community infrastructure and housing accelerated order requests. Mr. Bancroft, I believe.
Thank you, Your Worship. As outlined in my report, it outlines the need for a municipal fee to process these types of requests. And just for the public's information, this is a new tool that's been introduced by the province that gives the power to issue orders to respond to municipal requests for expedited zoning approvals. Currently, we have one request that has been brought forth to the municipality by the Farhi Farming Corporation for lands in the Putnam area. That request is being considered by municipal council at the April 24th meeting. However, considering we didn't have a processing fee in place for that request, unfortunately, the horse is already out of the barn with that one. However, it's important that for any future requests, it would be appropriate to include a processing fee. In terms of staff time required to process those types of requests, it would be comparable to processing an application for an official plan amendment, which is subject to a fee in the amount of $3,500. And therefore, considering those processes are similar, it would be appropriate to require the same fee for any future community infrastructure housing accelerator order requests. In the absence of a processing fee, Your Worship, it's important to note that staff's time would be covered by the general tax levy. Therefore, collecting a fee for such requests would be consistent with other planning applications, which essentially follow a user pay system from a cost recovery standpoint. So it's my recommendation, Your Worship, that my report be received. And then secondly, that a processing fee in the amount of $3,500 be established for any future community infrastructure and housing accelerate order requests received by the municipality. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so that is the motion before us, council. Do I have someone who would move the motion? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, questions. Anyone with questions for this particular item?
Through you, Your Worship, to Director Bancroft, if this proposal is successful, why would it not apply to the application on the 29th, seeing as we haven't made a decision and we haven't fully processed it?
Through you, Your Worship, I think it's appropriate considering the request came forth initially, and therefore I don't think we would be acting in good faith respectfully if we were to have a processing fee when, after all, the request was made first in advance of a processing fee being established. It's quite unfortunate considering this new tool was introduced by the province, essentially becoming active at the beginning of the year, and it has sort of caught municipalities off guard. But I think moving forward, it would be appropriate to require the payment of the fee for any future requests. Thank you.
Councillor Heeman, anything further? All right. Councillor Crockett.
Through you, Mayor McMillan, to Mr. Bancroft. I'd just like to preface that I agree that there needs to be a processing fee. Does this align with the other municipalities across Middlesex, or have they had a chance to get to establish this, knowing that this kind of caught us off guard, but now we're working through that right now?
Through you, your worship, it's my understanding countywide that we're the first lower tier municipality to establish this framework. I've actually had some of my colleagues at the lower tier level reach out, wanting to be interested in the process, the framework that we've established here locally.
Any
Thank
further
you.
questions from council? No comments? All right. Okay. I'll reread the motion then. The recommended motion is that report number PDS-018-23 entitled Proposed for Processing Fee for Community Infrastructure and Housing Accelerator Order request be received for information, and that a processing fee in the amount of $3,500 be established for any future community infrastructure and housing accelerator order request received by the municipality. Do I have someone who's willing to move? Councillor Crockett, and seconded by Councillor Lockie. All in favor? Any opposed? None? Okay, motion's carried. The next item is my report on some activities over the past month. Over the last month, I attended county council meetings, including budget meetings, visioning sessions, and closed sessions as per my commitment to the county. In addition, I attended the Library Advisory Board meeting, the SCORE, which is actually the South Central Ontario Region Economic Development Committee, which was recently held in Paris, Ontario, meetings of the Kettle Creek Conservation Authority Board, and the Flight Executive Center Expansion Committee. Additionally, I had a number of meetings with individual residents regarding suggestions or concerns within the municipality. The deputy mayor and I also met with the director of economic development for the county to explore possibilities for economic expansion within Thames Centre. This past Thursday, we also had the pleasure of attending the annual Ingersoll Chamber of Commerce breakfast with the mayor, and the mayor there is Brian Petrie at the Elmhurst Inn in Ingersoll. And all along, just as a quick update, we continue our recruitment process for a permanent CAO, and we hope to have some good news for you in the coming weeks. Thank you very much. Okay. I don't think there's any unfinished business that we need to attend to or notices of motion. Under new business, we have the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, otherwise known as AMO, has a homeless resolution request. There's a lengthy recommended motion regarding this particular item. It's printed out on your agenda for anyone who has it in front of them. And I'm looking for someone to, provided there's no comments or questions from the members of council, for someone to move this motion. Any questions from council? No. Okay. May I have someone to move the motion then, please? Deputy Mayor Smybert, seconder. Councillor Heeman, all in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. The next one is a resolution that's come to us from the Township of Warwick regarding CN Railway contribution requirements under the Drainage Act and impacts on municipal drain infrastructure in Ontario. Shall we get the audience information about this? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, the motion before us is that the Council of the Municipality of Thames Centre supports the Township of Warwick's resolution regarding CN Railway contribution requirements under the Drainage Act and the impacts on municipal drain infrastructure in Ontario. and that this resolution be forwarded to the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, Minister of Agriculture and Agri-Food, local MP, local MPP, CN Rail's Manager of Public Affairs for Ontario and Atlantic Canada, President and CEO of CN Rail, and Director of Government Relations for the Railway Association of Canada. To have someone who would move the motion. Councillor Heeman. Seconder. Deputy Mayor Smyber. All in favor? Motion's carried. Thank you. So the next one is Association of Ontario Road Supervisors, AOR's proposed fee by Enbridge recommended motion. There again, that particular motion is fairly lengthy and it is attached to the agenda. So if I could call for someone to move this motion, please. Councillor Heeman, seconded by Deputy Mayor Smybert. All in favor? Motion's carried. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is bylaws. And as noted on your agenda, the recommended motion is that bylaws 28-2023 through 34-2023 be adopted as presented. May I have someone to move the motion? Councillor Heeman, seconded by Councillor Crockett. All in favor? Thank you. Motion's carried. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going into closed session. Closed session under the Municipal Act deals with technical and financial information supplied in confidence to the municipality, which, if disclosed, could reasonably be expected to prejudice significantly the competitive positions or interference significantly with the contractual or other negotiations of a person, group, or persons or organization. And at this time, I would like to have a motion or someone to recommend the motion of going into closed session. Councillor Lockie, seconded by.
Yeah,
Did I miss something?
I just wanted to know before we go into closed session, if we could take a 10 or 15-minute recess. It gives us a chance to
Certainly.
talk to some constituents who we're very happy to have everyone out this afternoon, just to give us that break in between.
Thank you. That's a great idea. Okay. So motion just to recess then. Councillor Heeman, seconded by Councillor Deputy Mayor Smybert. All in favor? Okay, we'll take about a 10-minute break then. So we are re-adjourning the regular scheduled meeting with the report that during the closed session, the council discussed technical and financial information supplied in confidence with respect to the Flight Exec Center expansion project and provided direction to staff. So this being the conclusion of the meeting, may I have a motion for adjournment? Oh, I'm sorry. Always forget that confirmatory bio. Okay. Recommended motion before us is that bylaw 35-2023 being the confirmatory bylaw be approved. One other thing, just before we move through, the next meeting date is Monday, April the 24th, 2023, being held at 5 p.m. at the council chambers in Dorchester, followed by a special meeting, closed meeting scheduled for Tuesday, April the 25th, beginning at 9 a.m. for Chief Administrative Officer recruitment purposes. And then the meeting following that of Monday, May the 8th, 2023 at 5 p.m. So at this point, I will call for adjournment. No, sorry. Back to confirmatory. Move the confirmatory bylaw. Yeah, thank you. All right, now adjournment. And Councillor Heeman, seconded by Councillor Lucky. All in favor? Thank you. Motion carried.